Good morning, YouTube. It's me, Ray George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, a while back I was like watching a video. It was a video of Alina Pupa and the eight-time Miss Olympia Linda Murray. They were at the New York Pro, was about a month ago, and they were doing a critique of the competitors. That year was a winner was Myla Ash, and second runner-up was Kim Buck, and they were talking about her physique, and they mentioned that the fact was Kim Buck was having some family problems. Her father has been very ill, and I think that he might be going down. Possibly he might pass away. I'm not sure, but it's very serious. And if you follow me, my subscribers, my followers, my friends, I for about 6 years took care of my mother. Now the story is that about 6 years ago, this is going to be coming in November. It's 6 years that my mother had a seizure. It was November 9th, November 20th. It was actually the day right after my birthday. It was my 40th birthday that year. And I was home because I had to quit my job. I was working at a meat packing company. I had a day where somebody just pissed me off, so I had to leave. It was just best in my interest to leave. And later that evening, I was at home, me, my nephews, and my mother. And me and one of my older nephews were sitting talking to my mom. My mom sounded kind of funny. And, I just thought she probably was tired. So I go in my room and, one of my younger nephews come around and I say, okay. And I say, let me check on mom for a minute. And my mom was just convulsing and she was just foaming at the mouth. I don't know what happened. My oldest nephew, one of my older nephews, was just like going, he just couldn't handle it. And the younger nephew, he was autistic and he just didn't understand. And I just said, had to be calmed down. I had to be step up. And I said, call on, but I said, my mother was rushed to the nearest hospital, and she was transferred to a bigger hospital, and she was put into a medical coma for almost about a month. And she came home. She did all right, but she had another seizure. And I've been up and down the road with her from hospitals to emergency rooms to, rehabilitations and stuff like that. And the 19th was a month since my mother passed. And in a few days, it's going to be a month since we buried her. And I can understand with Kim Buck. She is, being, especially in a position, because this is like this. Like I said this, a boy's first true love is his mother. That is the woman that we take our cues from. We measure every woman from our rest of our lives by our mothers. And even though we find the right woman, we love her, we marry her, but it's not the same compared with our mother. I remember, I used to work. I used to hold two jobs. Like sometimes I come home, my mom would have food cooked and my clothes cleaned and folded. My room be clean. Sometimes I clean my room, but she often cleaned it, and she did so much for me. And the reason why I took care of her because for much she did for me and stuff she did through, I wanted to do the same for her. And I can understand Kim Buck. Your father is your first true man you ever loved. You set the standard for every other man by your father. Now, Kim's father was a military man in the army. This was like about maybe the 60s, maybe about that time. He might also have been a veteran of probably Vietnam. You know, I'm not sure of Mr. Parker's age. That's his name right here, Parker. And he got to be at least in his. He might be a little about. If I know Kim is in her close to her 50s. And I say, excuse me for a second. She's amazing. I mean, to be almost in her 50s is just amazing. It's just black don't crack. But I just want to get back to the way I say that. But Mr. Parker is a military man. He probably served quite a few times. He might have been also a veteran of the Vietnam War, if he enlisted, because he's a career military man. You can tell by it. And he served our country, and he stood up for Americans, and this is something we need. This is something you need to respect and honor. And he's going through something. I mean, and this is just he did so much. He took care of a family, and he raised a great daughter to become something. I think and you gotta understand, it's Kim being a bodybuilder. He probably was the first person. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm just saying. I'm just making exception. Except for his daughter's decision to become a professional bodybuilder. And as a lot of people, there's so much discouragement against women in the sport of bodybuilding. But I think this is her biggest hero, and she's taking care of him. And to see that, and she's still trying to, compete. She has, as you know, I put a list. She's won the quarterfinals for this year Miss Olympia, and she's also herself a two-time Olympia competitor. And she's a seamstress. She's active in the sport. She has her own clothing line. I'm going to put her. I'm going to put the video I talked about her in the description, and also I'm going to put her IG. You want to check it out in the description too. But if you want to look at the video about her I made about Kim Buck, check it out. Everything information's done there. But I want to give a praise to her for what she's doing, and I could understand. And it's difficult to take care of somebody that you love and see them declining. I remember the last time I saw my mom when she was like almost herself. It was a few years ago, and I was going to massage. I was going to Middlemont College. I was studying massage therapy, and one day my car broke down, and I had to get a tow and drive me back home. My mom was sitting on the porch with her nurse, a CNA, and she was picking on me and laughing at me. And then later on, I went to work. I came home after I went to work that night, and the ambulance come, and I knew. My brother, he was here that night, and he was just, and I said, I wish I was here because I know she, my brother, I love my brother, Larry, but I think he was overwhelmed by it. And just to see my mom be on the ambulance and just have no seizure, it seemed like it's just after that, she just declined. And I can understand where Kim's coming from. I can understand what she's feeling. Seeing somebody you love, this strong man, this military man, this, you're one of your greatest admirers, you know, and just to see him, just it's just that's it. Just it's probably taken aback as a little girl watching your hero just not being who he is anymore. I don't know the condition of Mr. Parker. I mean, how extreme it is. If it's a certain level, I know my mom, her mental faculties were going. She often sometimes had infections every now and then. At one point, she even had some kind of a reaction to something. But it's hard to watch somebody who was strong, who did everything. A little girl's biggest hero is her father, and it's just hard as a little girl, as even as a grown woman. Even though you're a grown woman, you probably have children yourself, you have a husband yourself, you have your own family. You're always going to see your father as this hero. I mean, I know she probably grew up seeing him wearing his uniform and dressed, all to the nines and marching and everything. She was proud of him. He was a soldier. He fought for his country, and and just to see him just deteriorate, and sometimes, I used to remember I used to watch my mom and changed her and did other stuff. If you're following me, I've done videos where I talk about how it affects me, as a person. But I still did what I had to do because, she did what she did for me. But anyway, Kim, I want to give my heart to you. I hope for the best for you and your family. I hope that, I think, if anything, I hope that you get to finish the rest of the year with your father. The holidays are coming for our family. Thanksgiving is coming, Christmas is coming. Those were the great holidays. My mom used to cook. My mom used to burn, man. I used to burn. I used to love my mom's cooking, and that's the one thing I miss. And I know it's gonna be a difficult time because my father passed away a few months before my mom got sick, and now they're both gone, and it's not the same not having your family. Your parents, especially mom, my mom, my brothers and sisters, my nieces and nephews will come here for the holidays. And I don't know what's going to be like. We'll probably try because, it's tradition, but it's just not the same. And, every holiday after that is never going to be the same. And when you lose somebody that, my mother was an anchor. And when you lose that anchor, it seems like the boat's going to fly off. Like I said, Kim, I want to give my best wishes to you and to your family. I hope you get to have your father just a little bit longer. Maybe he'll maybe go on a little bit more, But like I said, when my mother passed away, and we were at the funeral, I didn't cry. I didn't shed a tear, because in my heart I knew I did all I did. Sometimes I wish I did a little more, but I did all I did. So, Mr. Parker, your daughter is a great and wonderful woman, and I respect you, sir. And I know you love her. And, just keep on checking, sir. Just keep on holding on. Finish out this year with them. And maybe finish out the next 2 or 3 years. Stay as long as you can, sir. Because she, even though she's a grown woman with her own family and her own career, you can never not need your mom and daddy. I wish I had mine. So Kim, I'm just giving my best wishes to you. You see me on the Raise Yours page. Like, don't subscribe. I'm out.